Wow, serious stuff. All right, with us now from Denver is attorney Charles Lipcon, who's handled numerous sexual assault cases that have taken place on cruise ships. Mr. Lipcon, how do you investigate a disappearance like the one of George Allen Smith?
Well, first of all, you have to get involved early. We demand access to the ship. We contact the FBI or other law enforcement and try to get as much information as we can.
Is there a possibility that someone would want to cover one of these cases up?
I don't believe there's any cruise line in the world that wants to see their passengers get hurt or raped. But once that occurs, then that becomes a financial problem for them. They don't want to pay out any money. So at that point, rather than handling it as a crime, they handle it as a risk management problem. And they're charged with protecting the pocketbook of the company, so to speak.
And yet most people feel safe on board a ship because it's supposedly a protected environment, right?
Exactly. They feel like they're in a cocoon. You know, everybody's got a photo ID. You board the ship, you see all these safety officers, you see people around, you see cameras, and people think that they're safe, and it's a false sense of security.
If someone is sexually assaulted on board a ship at sea, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, immediately report it to the security department. Secondly, call the FBI from the ship, call the Coast Guard, call the authorities at the next port of call, get the name and address of every single possible witness and what they know. Take your own photographs.
Do you think this is a situation where, you know, it's just these few isolated instances and we're blowing it out of proportion at all?
Many, many people have wonderful times on cruises. I think it's a great vacation. I just think it could be made a little safer.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lipcon. Now, we'd like you to know that we did contact the International Council of Cruise Lines for comment, but they said they are not available at this time. We'll be back with